Wow. Wow. Ow. What if I sit like this? Legs outstretched. Who's out next? Playing a game of dodgeball, dodging all these foul plays. Some of these things outweigh the good ones. The lessons we learn and the things we don't want to be doing. We want to be moving, but only in a direction that's beneficial in the ways that we understand. But the thing is, I've stood over a lot of things before, but the floor is the place that I'd like to be. I'd rather be beneath the heights that we try to reach. So, as I go on this journey of life that I've been given, I'm going to do all that I can do to try to teach the lessons that I learn as I earn a lot of knowledge, understanding, and perspective out of personal experience. I'm experiencing things personally. It's a... no kind of word to describe the type of things that I don't like to see when my likes and dreams don't seem to be the things that come into reality. So actually, I'm back at the sea. I'm looking at the sea. But how many does it take to get there? 3. A, B. First and second options sometimes don't go as planned, but the whole plan the whole time was to find the person who knows the plan before time was a thing to even be able to think of crossing. Because we measure it like a line. We measure it, and that's fine. But the thing about the tape is that it always ends. And we play pretend, thinking we can't take it back to the beginning. We're beginning to understand that we overstate a lot of things that are misunderstood. Shout out to Jack Johnson on that last little line there. Overstated and misunderstood. It's all understood. It's another song by him. Well, as I'm driving this little Ford Ranger that I got last spring, it came with a CD in the tape deck, or the CD compartment, and all that little truck could play was Jack Johnson, a man who I really admired at the time and still do. But his music was something that then I would just sift and sift through. It's kind of strange, because that's a true story. The stories that we tell ourselves are stories that we can just set on a shelf, throw a match, can of gasoline. Actually, it seems kind of mean, but it's not. Burning our dreams. I'd rather burn some things in my heart. In other words, full of love. Sent from above, though, nothing I can do on my own. So I'm home. Home is not a place to be, but it's a place that we can dwell within, inside of us. So, we need to try to trust. This is In the Image Clothing Company music. My name is Evan Strong. This is Frank the guitar. That was all a freestyle, the entirety of this video. So, today is the 27th of January, 2025. I'm happy to be alive, even in the times when it's hard to be. Even in the times when this guitar just seems like the last thing that I want to pick up. There's a lot that I've picked up in this life, though, that I'd like to put down. So if you're just picking up what I'm putting down, then that's good. It means I've stopped looking around. I started to look up a little bit more. But not in the ways that we think as human beings, to some dreams that we hope to have. But looking up to see if I can grab the basement, a place that we try to get out of, but I'd rather climb down to, the avenue that I'd like to get through to reach heaven is by letting all my things go, the treasures of this world, dropping underneath all these things that we can climb and climb and climb until the time that we slip and fall back down. Because everything that comes up doesn't need to be paid any attention to. Some of them, though, occasionally. So I'm saying that we can sift through. As I was trying to display through the words that I conveyed, speaking the words that I would turn back and forth like the wrist and I switch from up to down as I strum this guitar, hardly a lie. In fact, not at all. That little truck that I bought did come with a CD of Jack Johnson. In a time in my life where nothing made any sense. And I didn't really have, not to be too corny, but that's really what I was paying for gas with, is coins. It was really funny because it all worked out somehow. And now I'm sitting here on the ground with this cute little Yamaha CGS102A. Learning things that I can teach with the whole world, share to everybody that apply to them as well. Because when we set sail trying to get across the seas to somewhere that we can't see at our current time, but try to find a different place that we can grow and hopefully escape to, what we're escaping into is actually a delusion. Thinking that we're moving at a different pace than everybody else, but we're all just human beings. And I've been doing things to try to understand why we're so misunderstood. And I'm coming to a conclusion, which is that we never will quite. There's a lot that we want. There's a lot that we think that we know. But there's a lot that we just have to drop and let roll off into the ocean. From this wooden dock of our lives where we dock our past tries, hoping that we'll never see them again. Trying to just... What we end up doing is giving up and giving in when we try to get again the things that we did before. But we get sore. These straws that we're grasping at, they're slippery. They're quite slippery. Treasures that we try to have. Earthly things. Places that we can't go yet. Are places that we... You catch my drift? Because if not, that's fine, because sometimes I cross a line or two when I shouldn't have. Because what happens actually is the list gets shorter the more that we don't do the things that we tell ourselves are so important. And as that list shortens, our attention pan can you handle this? Because I've been panhandling the attentions, man. Grabbing people's and taking them. Stealing them. It's real steal. It's a real deal. But what's so real about this deal is how important it is to stop it. And it's not just a sound place to put your trust in. Funds? Sounds a lot like the word fun to me. It sure is fun to work in some industry and climb this ladder. But as I said earlier, the charts we get, the places that we try to sit at the top of this chamber of, right? Shh. Hush, hush. There's a lot that we don't like to leak out. But I don't like boxes. I'm sitting on the sidelines. I'm looking at the corners of the scoreboards because there's a lot of squares around here, stuck inside an agenda, a belief, a habitual pattern, like Saturn, rings all around these roses, things that we put so much importance on, but only when they bloom. But the thing is, it's the decay that causes the next ones to grow. We're here to make mistakes. We're here to fall. Yeah. You guys like autumn? No? Well, if you like springtime, couldn't be there without everything falling. It's a cycle, a circular cycle. Like Michael Jackson. You can't win. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he black? Is he white? He moonwalks while he's standing on the earth. How many things do we want to understand until we realize we can't? It's up to you. But I know where to find the truth. And don't believe me. The gospel of Jesus Christ is the truth of all things. Yeah. A new year, a new timeline, a new I'm fine when the last one didn't seem to like get them off your back. Well, pretending? Why don't we just let these things come out? Be real about the stuff that because we don't have an answer anyway, right? Sitting in that silence trying to find it. But what are we trying to find, really? We're trying to just see if we can land. Yeah. Taking journeys on higher heights than we would like to be. Afraid of heights, but trying to go higher to reach heaven. Well, let me let you in on a little secret. It's not about climbing the ladders. It's actually about dropping to the bottom. Hit rock bottom, and there you go. The rock on which our foundation is built. Jesus the Christ. The only place you can go is up. Shout out to Sing, the movie. Yeah. That little dude, he brought all those people together, and surely they were different. Who isn't? Some of us debatably more than others, but ironically, those are the ones that we actually look up to, is the ones that we it's a paradox. Paradox, a pair of rocks, two type of things we try to sing. One person's on key, the other one's on the side of the street. Sorry. You know? You didn't have the right password. The key card. Yeah, we disregard the fact that we were them at one point. And I've made more than one throughout this, so if you've missed it, that's up to you. Call me a mystic. This afternoon I'm sitting in school. The school of life, the same place I am all my life. I'm trying to find... There's no need. I'll say it a little louder. There's no need. Stop trying to seek and open those eyes. You've been given them to see. So back to the analogy about the sea and the algae that we think seems to glow. All it's doing is the thing that it does. And we think it's great. But what about that kid who sings off key? What about the kid who's not like me? Drop him down there in the ocean, floating across the sea. He'll stand out. A lot of people are stand-ins for what they think is right. Standing for something they don't even know what's going on. What did I say about dropping to the bottom? Rock your world, realizing that you can look up to things. Ideally only one. All that we need is actually all that we have when it comes down to it. Notice a theme here? Dropping. That's how it always works as a human being. We don't have an option. You can climb and climb all you want, but it's very rare to have a grave anywhere besides in the earth. Final destination or starting line? There's a lot of things that I started to find seriously when I stopped seeking. Kind of strange. So, thank you.